I have been waiting so long for this order. Hello guys, I'm Melissa. Welcome back to my channel, and I finally have the Juvia's Place Tribe palette in my hands. I ordered this palette in December. It says that it was shipped on January 6th. And this is going up the day after I got it. So that took so long to get here. I'm really excited though because at the towards the end of December they had half price almost website wide. The Tribe palette and I think the Warrior palette were not half price, but the Tribe palette did cost $20. So here is what the box and this look the same, and then it did come in bubble wrap inside of the box. And here is how beautiful this palette looks. So excited to try this again. I am going to do a look. And then I picked up a few things for half price. I got the Saharan Blush palette in volume 2. The shades in this palette just match my skin tone a little better than volume 1, I think. So I will try that out today as well. And I picked up a lippy to try. This palette retails for $18, so I got it for $9. I got the matte and metallic liquid lipstick in the shade Didu, I think. So these are what the shades look like, and I am going to put that on as well. So these retail for, the set retailed for $19.18. The set retailed for $18, so I got it for $9 as well, so $4.50 a lipstick. I did get these before my no buy started, so that's why I picked up some lipsticks. We are going to jump into this. I think I'm going to do the blush palette first because I want to put some blush on my cheeks. I accidentally put some blush on my cheeks and then realized I need to put this on, so I tried to wipe it off. So before I get into these swatches, my 1-year anniversary giveaway is going on, so I will put a link right up here where you guys can check that out, and there'll be a link down below where you can get entered into it, so I hope you get entered into that. If you're new to my channel, I love Juvia's Place. I have several palettes from them already, and when they released the Tribe palette, that immediately went on my wish list, so I'm excited to finally be trying it. I will do 3 looks with this palette as well, but let's go ahead and swatch these blush shades first, and then I'm going to put one on my cheeks today. So the first one is Yara. It's more of like a bronzy blush, very warm tone shade. And then we have Sola, and this is more of a blush topper. That would also be a gorgeous eyeshadow. And the last one on the top row is Tau. And Tau is like an orangey coral shade. I am so excited for all these. They are so pretty. And then the next one on the bottom row is B, like a mauvey pinky shade. Then the center shade on the bottom is Zoba. This also looks like it would be a blush topper or a gorgeous eyeshadow. It's got kind of like a pinky gold shift to it. And then the last one on the bottom row is Lena, and that's like a pinky coral shade. So all very, very beautiful shades. I think today I'm going to try this one, which is Tau. So Juvia's Place's things are very pigmented, so I'm trying to not use too much. Definitely a blush you don't want to use very much of because that's a lot of blush, but that is such a pretty color. I'm so excited. Such a pretty color. All right. I will continue to use and play with that and let you guys know what I think. Actually, let's put on a blush topper today. I am not a blush topper wearer by any means, but since I have these, we'll just kind of try it. I'm going to put Zoba on. So Tau is this one right here, Zoba is this one right here, and I just put a little bit on there. So if you just use a little, it looks like it just kind of gives a little bit of a glowy sheen to it. Now we're going to hop into the palette. I am going to do swatches of these shades, and then like I for sure want to use this lime green today. Absolutely, but I'm not all the way sure what kind of look I'm going to do. So let's go ahead and swatch these shades. I'm going to swatch them just starting at the top and going across. The first one is, I'm going to try to figure out what these say as well. Masai. So that is the neon green shade. Next one is Oromo. This one seems like it's kind of a burnt orange, muted orange shade. And then the last one in that row, Tootsie. That is like grass green. So pretty. The next row we have Coro and Chaga and Cuba. Oh my gosh, look at those shimmer shades. Juvia's Place does shimmers right. So beautiful. In the last row, Ashanti. I'm going to put a little bit more of that on. And Curla and San. Let's put a little more of that too. So those are all the shades from the Juvia's Place Tribe palette. Oh my gosh. Oh, now what to use? Okay, so I think I'm going to use this shade here. This is Cuba. And I think I'm going to use this shade San. And for sure, Mayasi. And then maybe a little bit of this shade Coro. Now, this shade looks like a champagne shade, but there is some kind of little shift in here that I can see when I'm looking at it at an angle. So this palette does have 5 mattes and 4 shimmers. It is one of their larger pan size palettes, so similar to the Tribe or the Zulu palette and the Deuce palette. Those are 2 of my favorite Juvia's Place palettes, but I do like when they make the smaller pan sizes with 12 shades in it instead, because I feel like I'm never going to go through any of these shades, and I feel like you get a little more bang for your buck when you have the smaller pans and more shadows. This, though, is like my perfect ratio. I like just a little bit more mattes than shimmers in my palette, so I'm really excited about that with this palette. And just all the shades. Like, these are all such unique shades that pretty sure I don't have in my collection. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch the Juvia's Place lip ones that I got for you before I start this look and put them on. So this one is Didu Matte. It's like a terracotta kind of color, I would call it. So pretty. I love that kind of color. And then this is Ditu Metallic. So those are the 2 shades. Not too overly metallic, I would say, and this one has a little bit more orange to it. This one has a little bit more brown to it. So this is my first time ever trying Juvia's Place blushes or lip product. Oh no, I do have a Juvia's Place blush. This is my first time trying Juvia's Place lip products. This, I may have overdrawn these a little bit. But this is a perfect shade. I love this shade of a lipstick, and I don't think I have anything like exactly, oh my gosh, holy lipstick on my teeth. Hang on. Got that taken care of. It seems like it's almost dried down. I'm going to put just a little bit of the metallic right in the middle. I think that's so pretty. I'll go ahead and see how this feels while I wear it as I'm applying these, but I'm going to zoom you guys in and we are going to get started on this eyeshadow look. I'm going to get started with Masai right here, and that is going to be my transition shade. So this one has a lot of yellow base to it, but I really don't think I have anything like this. I think I like how that is looking right now. The other shade I want to use for sure with this is San, which is this one. So I'm going to start by putting this on the outer V because I'm not sure how much of it I want on my lid yet. And the other 2 shades I want to use are the shimmer shades. So let's just see here. Okay, so if I just pat some down there, then I can kind of just spread a little bit into the crease here and keep it a lighter tone. But then I'm going to build it up on the outer V to get it to be a little more dark. And I'm just using a really skinny fluffy brush. This is from Morphe. It's the 507. I should have that memorized. I use it every time I do a look. Okay, so you can see that this part here is darker than the part in the crease. So now I'm really just blending. I feel like there was a little skipping with this shade, and I'm really just blending where that skipping is because I don't want any of that. I'm going to go back in with the yellow shade on a smaller fluffy brush than I used the first time and blend that again too. Now for the shimmer shade. So I want to use Cuba on most of the lid. I'm going to use a flat shader brush just to see how it applies with this, and I'm going to use no fixing spray at first. Typically Juvia's Place shimmers don't need a fixing spray to them, but you can add that to it just to get a little more punch with them, but they usually look pretty good without it. So you really don't need a fixing spray with this. I have like minimal fallout from what I've done so far on my lids. So I'm just kind of putting that up to where the crease is and just really bringing this around on the whole lid. And then on the inner corner and inner part of the lid, I'm going to pop that lighter champagne shimmer color. Now I'm going to take a littler, this is a detailer brush, and that light shimmer shade that is called Coro. So this is the shimmer shade I used all over the lid, and then this is the one I'm going to put on the inner part of the lid. And okay, so on the lid you can kind of see that shift that's in there. It is such an interesting shade. It almost has a slight shift that's similar to this transition shade that I used, the yellow lime neon green shade, Masai, which I'm sure I'm saying wrong. Alright, then I'm just going to kind of blend those together by patting that shade on top of the green shade where they meet. That is so pretty. I've got a little fallout I'm going to brush off. And then, ooh. So for this round of my Shop My Stash, I'm testing, I mean, they're not new products. They're products that I've had and haven't used. And today's was not a good day for the products that I tested. So now, I don't know what's going to happen here. When I'm fixing face makeup after I mess it up from eyeshadow, I just take my damp beauty blender and my pressed powder foundation, and I just dip it into there. And then that's all I use to fix it. And with the beauty blender being kind of damp, it just makes it look back to normal. Back to the eye look. For the lower lash line, I'm going to take a pencil brush. This is the Morphe 431. And I'm going to take the dark green shade, but I only want that to be on the outer V. And then I'm going to take the yellow shade, and I'm going to start over here and blend that in so the shade kind of fades out as I go across the lid. So some of that darker green kind of pulled with me as I was brushing this along the lower lash line. I think I want to put a yellow in the waterline today, and I think that's going to look really good with the yellow greenish shades that's in there. This is my ColourPop gel liner in Punch. So I think today I'm not going to use any wing liner with it. I'm just going to put on some mascara, and then I am going to do some maybe more dramatic lashes today. So I've got that mascara on. Here's how it looks. I am really liking this. I'm going to put on these Mean Girls lashes from Lucius Lux collection. They are definitely some dramatic lashes, and since I've got kind of a darker eye and no wing liner on, I want a more dramatic lash. So I'm going to pop those in and I will be back. Okay guys, I am back with lashes on. I told you these were some dramatic lashes. What do you guys think? I am really enjoying this look. So Overall, upon first impressions, obviously I don't have a review for you guys, but I definitely will have 3 looks coming up. They will probably not be up till February because I've got a lot of stuff to get up. So far, I do really enjoy this palette. There was just a little bit of skipping with this darker shade, but that's all so far. I am so in love with this shade and whatever kind of duochrome it is. It fits so well in with this color story, which I am also in love with. I don't feel like we've seen a color story like this before. And I think that is one of the things that Juvia's Place is best at, is coming up with color stories that we don't have in our collections and that we haven't seen before, and I think they may be the best at it, in my opinion. I think. I really like this one. So I am really excited to play more with that. You guys will definitely see more of that on my channel. The blush so far, I really like this color. I don't really have much to say about it so far. And the lipstick. Love the color right off the bat. They're not too sticky. Yeah, so far, really enjoying these. These will all have a more thorough review later on my channel. Be sure you've got your notifications bell on so you get notified when I do upload. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this Tribe Look Juvia's Place haul. Let me know if you've picked this up or if this is a color story that you like as well. I hope that you have an amazing day, and I will see you guys probably tomorrow. Bye!